yourself, enjoy yourself, be really refreshed with Coke. Refresh yourself, enjoy yourself, there's real refreshment in Coke. So cold and bright, so crisp and light, Coke brings a lively lift. You feel refreshed, you'll be refreshed, you'll work and play at your sparkling best. So refresh yourself, enjoy yourself with ice cold Coca-Cola.
Have you ever wondered how different liquids affect your teeth? It's pretty common knowledge that drinks such as soda pop can decay and tint teeth, but just how bad are sodas? And what about other liquids? For this experiment, we'll start by asking a question. When immersed in the following liquids, orange juice, water, milk, Diet Coke, regular Coke, and Sprite for an extended period of time, how are adult teeth affected? Before we begin our experiment, we'll make a hypothesis. A hypothesis is an educated guess about what we think will happen in the experiment. My hypothesis is the different liquids will affect the teeth differently. I predict that the orange juice will cause some tooth decay and will tint the tooth a shade of yellow or orange. I think that the water will not affect the teeth at all. I predict that the water will cause no decay and will not tint the tooth. I think that the milk will whiten the tooth. I think that the milk will also cause some decay, but not as bad as the orange juice. I predict that Diet Coke will cause the tooth to dye a brownish color and cause some decay, more than both the orange juice and milk. I hypothesize that the regular Coke will cause the most decay of all the liquids. I predict that the regular Coke will also turn the tooth a brownish color. Finally, I predict that the Sprite will not change the tooth's color, but will cause some decay. I predict that the Sprite will not decay the tooth as bad as Coke or Diet Coke, but worse than the orange juice, milk, or water. For this project, we're going to immerse these 6 teeth into these different types of liquids in these petri dishes and record the results. For this project, we've gathered the following materials: 6 human adult teeth, a micrometer to measure them, 6 petri dishes, and these 6 different liquids. Most importantly, we also have these pH strips to measure the acidity levels of the 6 liquids. Now, for every scientific experiment, you have 3 different types of variables. The first type is independent variable. In this instance, the independent variable is the different types of liquids that we're using. The second variable is the dependent variable. In this experiment, the dependent variable is the difference in the size of the tooth over time. We'll be measuring that with a micrometer. The third variable is the controlled variable. In this case, it's the length of time that we're keeping the teeth in the liquid, the amount of light that they're receiving, the temperature, and other variables that remain constant for each of the 6 teeth. After gathering all of our materials, the first step in our procedure is to measure each tooth. Originally, tooth A measured 12.76 millimeters wide, 19.72 millimeters long, and 5.8 millimeters at its base. Now, before we add the teeth, let's test the acidity level of our different liquids. We'll use these different pH strips. The pH strips show on a scale if something is an acid or a base, and just where on the scale it falls. When tested, the orange juice registered to be a 3.5, meaning that it's an acid. Water registered as a perfect 7, meaning it's a neutral and neither an acid nor a base. Milk turned out to be a 6.5, making it just slightly acidic. Diet Coke measured a 3.5, the same as orange juice. Regular Coke came out to be a 2.5, making it the most acidic liquid we tested. And finally, Sprite registered at a 4.0.
refresh yourself, enjoy yourself, be really refreshed.
Now we're going to immerse each of the teeth in a different liquid.
Enjoy yourself, there's real refreshment in Coke. So cold and bright, so crisp.
After an extended amount of time, we'll remeasure the teeth and then compare our results.
You work and play at your spot best. So refresh yourself, enjoy yourself with ice cold Coca-Cola.
Just by looking at the teeth, we can see that some of them have been tinted a brownish color. We can also see that most of the liquid has evaporated, leaving just a syrupy residue. There are a couple factors that we need to take into consideration. One is that we didn't use the same type of teeth for each of the different liquids. We used molars, incisors, canines, and even more. Another factor is that we didn't get all the teeth from the same person. Clearly, eating habits, dental hygiene habits, and other factors will affect how different liquids affect your teeth. Now when we compare our results, we can see how the different liquids affected the teeth.
You'll be refreshed, you'll work and play at your spot best. So refresh yourself, enjoy yourself with ice cold Coca-Cola.
We can conclude that most of these liquids will cause some type of decay, especially over time. Of course, regular dental hygiene is recommended, such as regular brushing and flossing and seeing your dentist.
Coca-Cola in regular, king, and family size.
But based on these results, of our 6 liquids, we can conclude that Diet Coke is the worst for your teeth.
Coca-Cola. Refresh yourself, enjoy yourself, be really refreshed with Coke. Refresh yourself, enjoy yourself, there's real refreshment in Coke. So cold and bright, so crisp